Alright guys, we've got part 2 here, and this guy's a pretty interesting team. I don't see Dusk Noir in here too much, which is kind of a breath of fresh air, honestly. It's so standard just to see the same thing over and over again, and I'm kind of in the same mix for that, so I can't talk too much, but I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll start off with good old Heatran here, because I do want to get my rocks up right away. I'm not really worried about Dusk Noir all too much. I think I'm going to go ahead and Will-O-Wisp right off the bat though. Because if he decides to sub up, okay, he doesn't. That would have done some residual damage to him, which would have been pretty good. He doesn't go for the sub, however, and he's just going to be power up punching me. I do have the burn off, so it's not going to be doing very much damage. I don't have too many things that are going to be good for soaking up the power-up punches, though. It is super effective, and at this point he's going to be hurting quite a bit. But I'm going to go ahead and Flamethrower once to get extra damage off before I switch. He is at 2.5 now, so he's going to be doing pretty decent damage to me, and I want to keep Heatran healthy because he does have a Scizor. So I'm going to switch into Latias now. And after he goes for Shadow Sneak. That was a good change of pace for him, but it's not going to be enough. I will now go ahead and Tailwind, because I don't really see a reason not to. He is going to be close to taking me out with the next one, but he's going to die this turn to the burn. So I'm going to go ahead and roost this off, and I'm going to finish around 63% when he's going down. So I look to be in a pretty decent situation here. The thing about OU is it's really predictable because people run really similar sets to one another constantly. So I don't have too much I can do to Scizor here. He's probably going to U-turn or something of that. I'm going to go into Heatran because even if I don't get the Flamethrower off on him, he's not going to do much damage to me whatsoever with anything. His Bug Bite did a very small amount there, which I'm incredibly okay with. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp because, again, I have no reason not to. I'm going to go ahead and I missed that, and I predict him to go for a Earthquake here. I don't have too much I can take the Earthquake with. I could switch into Latias here and get a Toxic up on it. He's going to go for the Rapid Spin, which is a pretty safe play. I do have Heatran still though, so I can get that back up eventually if I choose to. I'm going to go for Toxic because I shouldn't have done that. Oh, okay, well, still. Yeah, that was a poor play on my part. He had a couple switches that he could have gone into, which I hadn't really thought of. Let's see here. Tailwind is up, so I'm going to go ahead and set that up one more time. He gets a Leech Seed, so I definitely should switch out this turn. Zelda is going to be a pretty good switch out here, it looks like. Because I have something that'll hit the majority of his team. Now, if he stays in with Scizor, it's going to be bad news bears for him. He doesn't really have anything that resists Heat Wave, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Scizor out, which is pretty nice for me. I'm not going to be relying on Heatran anymore because of that situation, so I can fearlessly try to get my Stealth Rocks back up at some point during this. I don't need to keep him around for anything in particular anymore. He would be alright for Venusaur, but even then, it's not that bad. He is going to bring in the Honchkrow now. I will be able to take him out with Zapdos pretty easily, but I do want to get out of here because I am locked into the Heat Wave, and I'm not going to be taking anything too well. So I'm going to go back into his Heatran. He might Sucker Punch or something of that mix. He goes into Donphan, which is fine. I feel like here he might try to get his Stealth Rocks up. He could just go straight for an Earthquake, but I don't think he'll do that when I have Latias and Zelda. So I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp, and I get the burn on him now. And there's his Stealth Rock, and I think I'll be able to take at least one Earthquake at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and get my own... let's see. I'm going to Flamethrower first. He goes for the Ice Shard, and that does nothing at all. So that was pretty good for me. That was a nice little win there. And I could kill him this turn by going for a Flamethrower again, or I could get Rocks up, but at this point in the game I think it's more beneficial to just kill the Donphan. I should be able to take a hit from pretty much anything on his team. I think Venusaur can have Earthquake, but the chances of him actually having that is very, very low. He could have it on a Jolteon to have HP Ground, but by the looks of it, he does not have it. So I'm going to go ahead and Will-O-Wisp this as well. Night Slash gets the crit, but I'm going to be able to take 2 of those, especially after the burn. So now I have pretty much free reign to have him forfeit. So there's that. I think that was a pretty short one, but I'm going to go ahead and hop into his second one for part 2, just because I'm trying to spoil you guys. I'll probably run out of music to have towards the end of this, so I apologize in advance. GLHF to this guy, and I think by the looks of it, it's safe to start with Heatran. He's going to start with Landorus, which I think this goes for Taunt. I could be wrong. I'm going to go for a Flamethrower right off the bat, expecting the Taunt. He goes for the Earthquake. Wow. That made me look like a fool. That's fine. I'm going to go into Weavile, and I'm going to threaten him out with the Ice Shard. If he stays in, he will die. I could go for something like Power Up Punch, expecting him to switch. That would give me a pretty huge lead, actually. I'm going to go for it, in case he doesn't. Or in case he does switch out. And he does. He goes into Azumarill, which I don't have anything at all to be hitting this thing properly. A knockoff is probably going to be doing roughly... maybe 40-ish%, which is not worth it in the slightest. I am pretty weak to Azumarill here, though, so I'm going to switch into Zelda and just hope for the best. Maybe he'll Belly Drum. He goes for Play Rough, and that misses. I do feel bad about that. Sorry for miss. That brings me back in the game after losing Heatran right away. He does have Landorus to tank it out if I go for the T-Bolt, which I'm not excited for at all. So I'm going to go for the Air Cutter because it's stab, and I'm pretty confident in doing a lot of damage to pretty much whatever he wants to bring in. And he brings in the Landorus, which is fine. And I will do 57% with Landorus. That is crazy. Now, I believe I might be able to take a Stone Edge, so I'm going to go for the Air Cutter one more time, because I think I should be able to survive it. Oh, I outspeed as well. Fantastic. I should probably look up the... Landorus Therian. 91 speed. I outsped. Okay. Awesome. So that's going to be a very big advantage for me. At this point, I think I would say I'm in the lead. I could be wrong. There's no way to tell this early on, but I'm going to go straight into good old Latias here. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp, which is fine. I'm not physical, and I only have one special attacking move anyways. Toxic here will be a good idea, but I think I'm going to get the Tailwind up. He goes for Hidden Power, what looks to be Ice, which is fine. I will outspeed him now. I'm going to go ahead and get up the Toxic on him, and then I can roost off whatever he decides to do the next turn, and just kind of go from there. OU is very, like, it's, I don't know how to say it. It's more like chess than any other tier, and what I mean by that is you play very accordingly, and it all just kind of like falls together, and you know what you're doing the entire time through. You know what your next move is going to be. It's very hard for them to throw something new at you. He goes for the Toxic here, which is fine by me. I don't see him doing too much. Hopefully I'm not wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and Roost and see what he wants to do. But anyways, OU is very chess-like to me. It's very easy to plan out what you're going to do. There's not too many surprises, and I don't know. That makes it a bit of a less fun tier for me, but at the same time, it is pretty cool. He gets a crit with his Eruption, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm going to go for another Roost, just because he shouldn't get a crit again. Yep. And after... Ooh. Even then, yeah, that's doing way too much damage. I'm gonna go into Keldeo here. I should be able to take one fairly well. I don't. Okay, so that kinda sucks. But I will just go ahead here for a Surf. That should be able to take... Oh, it doesn't. That's a little scary. But now he's super low health, so he's not going to be doing much damage with the Eruption. He goes into Zoomerl to take it. After the crit, it does some fairly respectable damage, but it's not going to be doing too much. I'm going to go into Zelda here because I should be able to take a Play Rough and a Aqua Jet, maybe. I think I can take an Aqua Jet. Landorus is out of the way, so I have free reign to T-Bolt. Hopefully he doesn't have the Aqua Jet, but if he does, I think I can maybe live it. It should do around 30, just over 30%, so it could kill me, but it could not at the same time. I do quite a bit of damage, and by the looks of it, this is a bulky set, so I should be able to outspeed it very easily. I can't remember if I'm modest or timid, but either way, there's no way this is getting out of it. So we are up in the lead. It's 5-4 right now, and I'm just going to go ahead and T-Bolt again. This thing might be Scarfed. Ooh. Is it Scarfed? Let's see here. I'm forgetting the name of this thing. Heatran. That just goes to show how much I actually play of this. He might be Scarfed, which, if he is, I don't want anything to do with that. I'm going out into this. He goes for Eruption. That does nothing. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this opportunity to Roost. He should switch out here now, but if he doesn't, I'll be alright. So he goes ahead and he does that. Azumarill here might be able to kill me. I'm going to just go ahead and get the Toxic up. I want the residual damage, and I don't really care if I lose Latias anymore. I don't have anything that is going to be especially good against, and now I should have free reign to T-Bolt everything again. So I know Heatran won't take one, Alakazam won't take one unless it's Sashed, which there's a really good possibility that it is. I know Azumarill isn't taking one, and Pinsir might be able to take one. I think I have the game won here. He's gonna go ahead and keep this in. I'm gonna check the speed on Alakazam quick. 120, so it does outspeed me, and I should be able to kill with Keldeo just fine. This could be a Scarfed set, but I've never really seen that too often. So I'm gonna go into Weavile here, just to make sure that if he goes for a Psychic move, okay, that's fine. I wanted to make sure that if he went for a Psychic move, he wouldn't be able to one-hit shot me against Zelda. I'm gonna go into Diggersby. I have not really too many reasons not to. I can Quick Attack, and that'll either knock it out or bring it down to Sash, and from there I will be able to take out with Keldeo. So this game is wrapping up fairly quickly, and oh, he survives pretty well actually, so this is scary, and he misses the Focus Blast. That sucks. I've been really lucky when it comes to hacks lately. I think that's making up for the like year and a half that I got destroyed by hacks though. So yeah, I don't know, this guy's feeling pretty annoyed, I can already tell. And wow, that did more than I expected it to. I think this is offensive Heatran though, so it makes sense, but still it's resisted. I guess I am Huge Power and Adamant. So here he is with Pinsir, and I'm gonna go for the ooh, do I want to? I'm gonna go for the Smackdown. Okay, I was expecting him to turn into Mega Pinsir there, but he decided not to, and I can just Quick Attack now, and now he changes. Okay, so I think he was trying to get a Moxie boost right there. I could be wrong, but damn. I might lose here now. I'm gonna go for the T-Bolt. He's gonna use Return, and that will kill me. He outspeeds. I am impressed. This is not good for me. because he does have the quick attack and the aerial weight, and this is GG. So that's my first loss in like 11 or 12 games in OU. So good game to that guy. I'm still pretty good on the ratings. And I'm going to go ahead into part 3 now. So I'll catch you guys later. Bye.